cherry lovers. Today I'm going to be making a quick and simple, but even more delicious maple breakfast casserole, so stay tuned. Okay guys, as you can see, I've got the bacon started, and the one thing I wanted to say about the bacon is when you cook this bacon, you want it to be nice and crunchy. You don't want it to be soft, you don't want it to be fatty. Part of this bacon, if Larry will look in here, I'm going to show you, it has fat on it. You don't want it like this. You want it completely cooked, completely fried. So you want your bacon to be fried crispy, not burned, but fried crispy. And as you can also see, I've cut my bacon in half. I cut my bacon pieces in half because it makes my bacon lay flatter and it cooks up crispier. And it fits better into my pan or my skillet. Now the next thing is, while that's cooking, I wanted to show you about the sausage. I simply took the whole pound of sausage, the breakfast sausage, and just, put it into the skillet. And as it cooks, you just take your spatula or whatever utensils, your wooden spoons or whatever you're using, and just kind of break it up. You don't want it like as if you were making ground beef for tacos. You don't want it broken up that fine. You want it like this right here. This size, this texture. Just keep breaking it up, but you just want to keep it broken up. And you want to cook that, of course, until it's completely all the way through cooked and you don't see any red. Now over here, this bacon is crispy enough. I'm going to take it out and put it on my plate. And that's nice and crispy. Let's see, that side could take a couple more seconds. And then you just want to place more pieces in there. And of course you want this whole pound. You're going to cook the entire pound of bacon for this recipe. And of course the whole pound of sausage for this recipe. Now I'm going to finish cooking the sausage and the bacon. I just wanted to show you how I do it so it can be nice and crispy. So we're going to finish cooking up the sausage and the bacon, because I am actually making the bacon casserole, but I'm also making a sausage casserole, because remember, this is for our vacation. So I will be right back to show you how to put all the ingredients together. Hello cherry lovers. The first thing we're going to begin with is our ingredients. But first of all, let me say, my daughter, my youngest daughter, Ashley, actually sent me this recipe, and she said, Mom, for the trip, we're getting ready to go on an ice fishing trip, and she sent me this recipe for me to try. And so I thought, wow, this would be a perfect recipe for our trip, because we want something quick, we want something simple, something we can just take out and heat up and eat while we're on this fishing trip. So I tried the recipe and it was unbelievable. Very quick, very simple, but yet it was so delicious. And even Larry loved it. Larry is usually my taste tester, and if he says it's good, then we know it's going to be a hit. So let's begin with the ingredients. In this recipe, you can use either bacon or sausage. Today I will be using the bacon, but I'll show you how to use the sausage and the bacon for the crumbling part. Also, we're going to be using the pancake mix. The pancake mix I'm using is the buttermilk pancake mix, and it already has everything added in there. Only thing you have to add to this is the water, and I'm using 1.5 cups of buttermilk pancake mix, and also 4 eggs, also a cup of cheddar cheese, also 2 cups of milk, and 4 tablespoons of maple syrup. Now I'm also using here, this pan is going to be for my sausage casserole, this one's going to be for my bacon casserole, and though they look like a different size, it's just an illusion. Both these pans measure to be the exact size. And my glass dish is a 3-quart casserole, which equals to a 2.8 liter glass dish. So we have all of our ingredients, we have our pan, and the next step is to get started, and I'll show you what to do from here. Okay guys, before I show you how to assemble this, I want to speak to the guys, the men. This recipe is so simple and it's so delicious. If you are a single guy, you can throw all of this stuff together and you can either put it in your refrigerator for 3 or 4 days, because it'll keep that long, or you can make up a couple batches and freeze it, because the first time you make this and you taste this, You're going to love it so much, you're going to say, yes, I'm going to make this and freeze it. Now, the next thing I wanted to say is about the foil pans. I purchased these at Walmart. This one right here is 11 by 9. And because I'm going to use this to go on a trip with. So if you don't want to have any cleanup, any parchment paper, any pans or any of that, you can buy these pans and just make sure you put butter in there. I showed you the pans with parchment paper, but I like the taste of the butter. So I actually grease the bottom of the pan with the butter because it gives it a really, really good flavor. And so again, you can use these pans and they're throwaways. Now, the first thing where we're going to get started at is, as you can see, the sausage is already crumbled up because as I was cooking it and I showed you in a video, I crumbled it. Now for the bacon, look and see how nice and crispy this is. And the paper towel that it was laying on, which is very important, so it will absorb most of the grease, most of the fat. You just want to take the pieces and break them up. And if you get any pieces that are like this big, just break them. Take the rest of them. So easy, so quick, and so simple. Break it up into pieces. And there's your crumbly bacon. Nicely fried, crunchy. And then you just crumble it up. And if you get any big pieces, again, just reach in there and pull them apart. Okay. That's that for that. That's our crumbled bacon. Now, the next thing I want to show you is the eggs. I got the 4 eggs already cracked in there. And the only thing I want you to do is remember to beat your eggs for about 15-20 seconds just to mix the whites and the yellows together. Doesn't take very long. Just mix that up. Nice and mixed. Just that quick. Then the next thing you want to do, I've got in this bowl the 1.5 cups of pancake mix. Now, the next thing you want to do is add your 2 cups of milk. And you want to put your egg in. I'm going to get as much as I can out of there. And then you just want to stir that. You want to get that nice and stirred up. It's going to appear to be really thin. It's okay. That's the way it's supposed to look. But just kind of mix up all of your pancake mix and your eggs and your milk. Get that nice and mixed. It'll only take you a few seconds also to do that. Okay. Probably will be better to use my whisk. Okay. Is that mixed up? That helps to break up the lumps better, the whisk. All right, the next thing you want to do is pour in your maple syrup. And this recipe has such a good maple flavor with just those 4 tablespoons of maple syrup. And you continue to mix that up. Get that thoroughly mixed. It only takes a few seconds to get that mixed. And the more you add your ingredients, the more the batter, the lumps will break up. Okay. You want that nice and mixed up. Try to get all the lumps out of your pancakes broken up out of the pancake mix. Okay, next we're going to add in your 1 cup of cheddar cheese. This is cheddar cheese. And just kind of mix that up. It's really simple, really quick. Now, if you haven't, I probably forgot to tell you to preheat your oven. So you want to go and preheat your oven to 350 when you get started. So it'll already be heated by the time it takes to finish mixing all the ingredients, sticking it in the oven. Now, the next thing you want to do, now, when I'm going to use this, we're just going to kind of fold the bacon in there. You don't have to really beat it up or stir it. But also remember, you do the same thing with the sausage that you're doing with the bacon. Just kind of fold it in there. You don't want to beat it up too much. You just want to kind of fold it in there. Make sure everything is coated. All right. Now that everything is fully incorporated, we're going to take it and pour it into our buttered casserole dish, your pan, your glass dish, or whatever it is that you're using. And you just want to kind of spread that out. Okay. Mix that around. Make sure everything is kind of spread out. All right. And then the next thing you want to do is pop it into your preheated. Make sure your oven is preheated. You want to pop it into your preheated oven for, you want it to cook for at least 30 minutes. And you want to check it after it cooks for 30 minutes by inserting a straw in the center. And when you pull it out, if the straw is clean, then you know it's done. So this is the way you'll know. Make sure you check it as you go, because my oven is kind of finicky, so I have to check it after 25. I don't know if your oven is like mine, but you'll be able to tell. Just insert the straw, pull it out. If it's clean, you know it's ready. So I'm going to let this cook, and then I'll come back and show you how delicious it tastes. Okay, guys, we're going to take this out. Now, first thing it tells us to do is insert the straw in the center. It's clean. That's how we know that it's done. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut a slice and drizzle some maple syrup over it and let Larry be the taste tester. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, Larry's going to drizzle some syrup over top of this.
And then I'm going to try it.
Looks delicious.
Look at that, people. Look at that. Ain't that wonderful? Okay. She wants me to try this. We've had this before. I love it. I mean, when she first made this, it was like, oh my goodness, we can have that a lot. I'm going to try this, and we'll see how it is. I already know how it is, but I want you guys to see how it is. Tell you what, this right here, moist. Oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. This right here, ladies and gents, you make this, you can make it for dinner, lunch, breakfast. I don't care what you make it for, but it's delicious. So if you like this video, because Joyce always is making good stuff, hit the like and subscribe. Come back and watch this. Like I said, we got a lot of things going on in a farm, and she's making cooking videos. Come back and see us, and have a nice day, and I'll see you later. Bye now. Fantastic.